Greetings, everybody. I hope you're okay and I hope you are fine. Welcome to today's live video. We are going to look at or indulge in the latest news happening across your area, my area, and the whole world, or whatever is happening in our backyard or in our front. So I hope you are okay and I hope you're fine. It is May the 18th of May, the 18th of 2023. It's a good day to enjoy yourselves, look in the camera. Hope you're okay, hope you're fine. It's a beautiful day, I wouldn't complain at all. I mean, things are happening around the world. And it's good to let others know or to update people. Sometimes we might miss some events just because we're busy or we don't know where to look. But all in all, it is a good day, so it's good to keep updating. Some people might miss out on certain news, not because they don't want to, because they don't know where to look, or they're just not told how to look. Sometimes it's good to let people know that, hey, this is happening, this is how you're going to be affected. Do this, do that. Don't do this, don't do that. Sometimes it is a good thing to have. But all in all, hope you are okay, and I hope you're fine. My name is Joshua. I will be your host for the length of this lunchtime news. Just about 2:45 here in the UK. Oh, it is fantastic. I cannot complain. Goodness me, we had a lovely May. We had a bank holiday on the 1st of May. Then on the 8th, we had a bank holiday due to the King's coronation. Then we have one more on May 29th. So 3 on the same Monday. It is beautiful. So that's what has been happening. So we have been busy. We were busy celebrating the King's coronation. Yes, those who are for it and those who are against it, but it was a time for us to come together and bring the community together. Some say, why do you celebrate it? I said, it's not about celebrating, it's not about taking part and bringing the community together, having a chance to bring people from different diverse backgrounds together. Yes, some say, what they depend on £150 million, it's not fair. Then what is fair in life? If everything's not fair, what am I going to do? Sit back and say, because it's not fair, I'm not going to get involved. Sometimes you got to say, what? How can I help others? How can I use this to help benefit the community? So we had a lovely street party on the 7th of May, which was Sunday. It was in league with Eden communities, so it was called a big lunch. So they were the ones who I found it through them, and the coronation big lunch it was called. So it's a community which they organize big lunches across the UK. So I did apply for them, and they put my big lunch for them up, and they agreed. I applied to the council, and they gave me a waiver to have a street party, and so we did. And we had a lovely BBC News came to record the sound clips, which are on. I put them on, but it wasn't BBC, but they have been, because it's news, so they only stay for 24 hours, so it's gone. But I managed to record some of them. So it was a great day. So we had a lovely street party. It was fantastic. People came, people danced. I will be able to show some of the material here. And so that, apart from that, everything is good. Everything is fine. It is a lovely day. It is Thursday, the 18th of May. So if you have been watching YouTube, which I do for my news, or you go to Google or Sky News, I also use NBC, I also use BBC once in a while, but I also use Sky News Australia. I also follow Redacted. If you're on YouTube, follow Redacted, they are good. I do follow Redacted. Joe Rogan Show, definitely how I do watch Joe Rogan clips. There's also the Millionaire shows and the very many podcasts, which are bringing out a lot of information now. So a few people who are going to check out on a podcast, so you check out Joe Rogan Experience. That is amazing. I think he's the #1 podcast in the world. I don't know how much he earns. I'm not too sure. Should know, but definitely him. So he is good. You can also check out Redacted. They are good. It's a couple, I believe, are married. They host live news. They have followers. That is amazing. That's one podcast I always check out. Let's right now. So they bring out live information. Also watch Sky News Live from Australia, because they are on point, in my opinion. I do follow those three, and there are a few more who you can follow to watch. But definitely it's good to have a bit more. So if you wanna follow them, best one is I use YouTube a lot. I use YouTube a lot for my information because people are, most of them are, oh, and Tucker Carlson. Tucker Carlson, he got fired from Fox News, apparently because he was speaking his mind and they didn't like it, so, and Don Lemon as well. So I did follow Tucker Carlson, he was great before. And yes, yesterday was his birthday, on Monday, he was 54, so happy birthday this week to Tucker Carlson. So he moved, I think he was let go from Fox News. But he, as you know, he had a lot of followers, so everyone's moving on to him and they are following him on YouTube and Twitter as well. So check out Tucker Carlson, check out Redacted, check out Joe Rogan Experience. Those are top guys who I love for a lot. And also, if you want to look more into the spiritual side and history, look at Dr. Elim Bay, he's good. The Young Elder, Black Magic 363, Rod Hayes. All the guys who went into metaphysics and the history, oh, I love those. We also have I Am the Realest to Ever Do It. I've been following a few of those and more. So yeah, I've been busy researching and looking at people's work. It is fantastic. So it is good to have people who have different opinions and put them all together. So I'm going to talk about the latest news. So right now, what is trending here in the UK, Rishi Sunak is seeking closer ties with Japan ahead of the G7 summit. For those who are on BBC, Rishi Sunak is seeking closer ties ahead with. So if you want to check it out, I'm going to show you a bit of. Yeah. So Rishi Sunak is seeking out ties with Japan. We know because Russia and China have formed an alliance. Yeah, so here we are. If you are on BBC, so our Prime Minister in the UK, Rishi Sunak, seeks closer ties with Japan ahead of G7 summit. For those who are not familiar, our new Prime Minister Rishi Sunak was appointed last year, but two came and went in a space of 44 days. So we had three Prime Ministers within 2-3 months. It was one every month until Rishi now is on. So now we do know what's happening. We have the BRICS alliance, which is Russia, China, Brazil, South Africa come together. So I think that's why they're forming an alliance with Japan. This is going to be good. So let me read a bit of the article. So Rishi Sunak has agreed new defense and economic deals with Japan in a visit to Tokyo ahead of a G7 summit in Hiroshima. I didn't know it was going to happen in Hiroshima. So he announced a partnership featuring closer UK-Japanese cooperation between armed forces, cyber agencies, and semiconductor companies. He also said Japanese firms would be investing almost 18 billion in the UK. But Labour said foreign investment had plummeted under the Conservatives, etc. So that is new. So it looks like UK wants to form some ties with Japan. So check it out on BBC News if those who are looking out for BBC News. So there's more on that BBC News. So yeah, Rishi Sunak is gonna set ties. I don't know what are the implications of that. If you know if you think, or if you have comments, what are your thoughts on that? UK and Japan. UK and Japan are forming an alliance. We know China, Russia, South Africa, India, and Brazil are forming a big alliance, and there are about 12 countries who want to join them as well. So yeah, this looks like people now are farming license all over the world. You know, we also saw yesterday was a bombing of the Kremlin. It was what was it? Yes, it was a bombing of the Kremlin by a drone. So they were saying it was Ukraine, and someone saying that's it, we're going to cause war. That's it, you are finished, you are dead. And so the Prime Minister was saying that's it, we must annihilate them. Don't know if you've been following that story. But yeah, so that's what happened in the Kremlin yesterday. It's pretty more of a news which I don't want to mention. But that's a lot more which is happening. So we are going to have formed an alliance here in the UK with Japan. With Japan, that is latest news on BBC News. That is great. That is not too bad. So latest headlines for today. So for those who have heard about the plane crash in Colombia, moving on to the plane crash in Colombia. So Colombia plane crash. Children reportedly survived in 16 days in the jungle. Officials in Colombia say 4 children missing since the plane crashed in the jungle have been found alive and well more than 2 weeks later. My idea is, of course they would. No, we are taught that we cannot. The jungle is a kill zone and you can't survive all this. You know what? No TV, no phone. So I don't know why people get surprised and people are surprised like you will support like what? I mean they survived in the jungle without no food, no water. I mean there's no house. How's it possible? So this is something I think living in the modern world we're told, oh, you can't survive without a house or a bed or comfort. Yet the jungle is where everything is alive. So jungle sustains. In my opinion, it is easier to live in the jungle because one, there's food all around, there's safety, because you can make your own bed anywhere. You don't need to pay rent, you don't need to pay council tax, you don't need to pay no bills. So why wouldn't someone survive in the jungle? We're taught that, it's so, I know it's programming, but sometimes you gotta think, no, it's to so much comfort that we believe nothing else without what we have. You can survive, but the jungle is self-sufficient. You've got all kinds of herbs, all plants in there. So yes, the jungle would be a good place to survive. So people are always shocked. So the mother and the other adults were killed in the crash. The government's child welfare agency, ICBF, said it had received information from the field that the children had been found in good health. I want to know how old the children were. Good health in the jungle, and here we're dying in the modern world, which we tell us we are civilized, but they were found in good health in the jungle. A pilot said he had also been told the children had been found by indigenous people deep in the rainforest. Oh yes, the children who were aged, let me go down below. But the children who were aged 13, 9 and 4 years as well as an 11-month-old baby were nowhere to be found. So the bodies of the pilot, the co-pilot and the 3-year-old Magdalena Mukuti, I didn't butcher that, Mukuti, something like that, I not butchered it. The mother of the 4 children were found at the crash site in Caqueta province. But the children were aged 13, 9 and 4 years old, as well as an 11-month-old baby were nowhere to be found. The search teams have, however, found clues indicating that the children who are from the Huitoto indigenous group survived the crash. I'm happy. So that is a long, you're gonna find it. So they've been found 2 weeks later. I don't know, they don't say where they found them. So I don't get, they're not saying where and how they found them. Oh, indigenous radio stations have also reported that the children were found by a local and were being transported by river to Cachiporo. So it's amazing. The kids survived. How old were they? 13, 9, 4, and an 11-month-old baby. They were found in the jungle and they were alive. So what have we been taught about the jungle? If it's deadly, it's dangerous. You can't survive over there if you don't have a phone or a warm blanket, or or you don't have a TV. You must have a car, but jungle, oh, people's big always. It's like, what happened? So if an 11-month-old baby, 11-year-old, 13, but yet again, I take that back. Because I don't think adults wouldn't survive, because adults have been given a lot of comforts. I don't think they'll ever survive. Kids would, because they're still growing, but adults, I don't think adults who grew up in a modern society, most of them might not be. Due to the fact that we're told we need all this stuff, and the body needs all this stuff, which is true, so maybe they're not able to survive. But the kid's body looks like they were strong enough and they're healthy enough to survive, and they were healthy as well. So that is fantastic. That's great news for me, because the jungle wins. Because we always talk about jungle in a negative sense, or jungle, South American jungle, African jungle, Asian jungle. But people are like, boo, 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 boo. Yet we get all the medicine, which is made in the pharmacies. They take these chemicals from the jungle, and when they give it to eat, and you're like, oh, that's good, I can take this, but I can't take the jungle. So jungle is the original source. There's Mother Nature is at its best in its pure natural form. So why wouldn't you survive? Yes, the snakes. Yes, the alligators. Why not? Same here. There are sharks here in the modern society. Not physical, not literal, but you know what I mean. So everywhere is a jungle. This is just a concrete jungle, isn't it? If you die, you die. You live, you live, isn't it? So yeah, but definitely this is a good story. I like it because to show that people can survive, and especially kids, to survive in a jungle for 2 weeks. 13, 11, 9, and an 11-month-old baby. So it's the fear. We've been told to fear, but it's obviously it's being clever. Someone is telling you this is bad, take mine. But we should overcome that fear of not going to the jungle or moving to another place where there's no roads. Because yes, jungle is where most things begin. We have all the nature, we have all the chemicals, we have all the natural plants, fresh air. Now, why would you survive in that? Because people think you need food to survive. The air will keep you survive long. I repeat, the air will keep you surviving for a long time. Your lungs are the biggest organs of your body, so they are the ones which need the most attention, not your stomach. And if in the jungle, I'm sure there's plenty of food, because there's a lot of herbs. You got no chance to eat. You got a lot of fruits over there. For those who eat meat, they might be able to get some animals, but you don't think you have to. And those who eat fish, if you're in a place where there's water. But definitely, I'm happy that this story was put up. Because I always put the jungle in a negative sense, and yet all the chemicals which we have, all the food which we have in our plants, in our drugs, they go to the jungles, get them from the plants, extract them, put them in the labs, and sell them to you in pills or in medicine, and you say, oh, this is good, yet you don't know. Look where it comes from, the jungle. So hip hip hooray to the jungle. Bravo, hip hip to the jungle. I'm happy about, I'm grateful that they were found alive. Someone would say, if they died, they're like, you see, I told you, jungle's a bad place. But I'm happy that they survived. I'm happy that they survived. Otherwise, people have been saying, oh, yes, it's terrible. The jungle shouldn't go there. It's a dangerous place to go. A, B, C, D, and B, C, D, and A, B, C, D, and B, C, D. So moving over to YouTube, I want to show you a few podcasts which you should follow. Well, not which, I take it back, which I follow. So, number one is I follow Redacted. For my news, check out Redacted. The podcast is a duo. It's called Redacted. Yeah, that's all I can say if I mess up my lines. So they are mostly talking about latest news which you don't know, or giving the other side of the story. And once my YouTube loads, I'm able to show you. Yeah, so for those who are into whistleblowing, exposing the integrity of politics, or about what's happening, so I would recommend you to watch Redacted. But those into governments, politics, administration, worldwide politics, and events which affect the world on a large scale, I'll definitely go for redacted. So I'm gonna show you. So yeah, if you search on Google for redacted, there you are. So this is redacted if you want to check them out. So 13 hours ago we talked about IRS whistleblower exposes Hunter Biden investigation, bombshell Pentagon Dr. Slam Dr. Fauci confirmed COVID, and there's more. I have a few shots over there. Alright, let me just click on the channel, shall I? They have over 1.91 million subscribers. That is a huge following on YouTube. They're consistent, they have good content, in my opinion. So, but if you're into the news and learn more, a lot more. So that is a couple redacted of Natalie and Clayton Morris. If you like it, good. If you don't like it, you decide. So these are a bit of the videos, so you can have a clue, or you can read on and see. So this is one I watched this morning. The next pandemic is here and children are the target. So this is a video that they posted 13 hours ago. It's starting. The next pandemic is here and children are the target. So this is what I wanted to address as well. So apparently that if he shows a clip of Bill Gates talking about when they plan pandemic to end, how it's supposed to end, and when the next one is going to happen. So they are saying in line with the World Health Organization that there's another pandemic coming. So I would say, guys, be aware. Please be 100% aware in your lives. Because if the World Health Organization says there's another pandemic coming and Bill Gates says it, then yes, it is coming. Why? Because they are the ones, they're the ones who are, they said it in the video and in the website before it. So check it out and let me know. So yeah, so the next pandemic is starting here, and the children are the target. This is the video I want to talk about. I won't play it, but check on the channel. We had one pandemic which ended 2 years ago, but it seems like there's one more coming. So definitely check it out. It's not coming from me, but I'm gonna have to look at the World Health Center and video played, so that we can see if that is true. So definitely it started. The next pandemic is here and children are the target. Children are the target. This is what the main highlight I wanted to talk about today. So apparently we have a next pandemic coming up and the children are the target. Let me look for it. I don't know if I can see it. I don't know what is it. There is bird flu. So I am going to go to fortune.com and they have an article here. The next pandemic could be as infectious as this one, but far more lethal and make COVID look like a cakewalk. Experts warn. So I think it is bird flu because I've been hearing about bird flu coming up right now. I have put the link in the description. I have been watching about videos about bird flu, but I didn't take it too serious. But it looks like it's going to be a big pandemic and it might come from birds. They were saying because 2 people were affected with the bird flu the other day. I was like saying the bird flu is not something big, but it looks like it is the one people are expecting to come. And it's going to be worse than COVID. So I think we have to take this serious, ladies and gentlemen. Just to show you a bit of on the website. So it is a fortune.com. If you go to fortune.com/well, I'll just put a link in the description. It's quite long. Look for the next pandemic. Type the next pandemic in Google. See the results you get and let me know what are your thoughts. So the headline is the next pandemic could be as infectious as this one, but far more lethal and make COVID look like a cakewalk. Experts warn. If you go down the page, the next pandemic could make COVID look like a cakewalk. One expert warned Tuesday at Fortune's Brainstorm Health Conference in Marina del Rey, Calif. I will not play the video just in case Facebook says I'm not allowed to and demonetize my video. So, but the link is in there to read more. So COVID was a very bad pandemic with more than 1.1 million deaths in the US alone. ATC. I'll carry on. When it comes to the next pandemic, Watcher said he is quite worried and that it could be worse than COVID. There is nothing in the book of life that says you couldn't have a virus that's as infectious as this one, but far more lethal, he noted. So I think that is one plan ahead. I will not lie, because there's a lot more happening around the back end of what people don't know or don't know about. But so yeah, it says this might carry on. So the list carrying on, but they're not saying what it is. But yet there is bird flu in the UK, and some people have been, well, they said some people have been affected by it. So check out that article. And let me know what you think. So do you think the next pandemic could be from birds? Could it be bird flu? I do not know, but that's what they are saying. So I say we prepare, and if you have kids, please get them ready, prepare. You never know what's going to happen, but so from independent.co.uk, the headline says the next pandemic is coming and we're not ready, top scientists warn. So the new variant seen in India, as they are saying. Let's see. So the next pandemic is coming and we're not ready, top scientists warn. So the new variant in India causes concern. This article came out on Monday, 24th of April, a month ago. So he says another epidemic on the scale of COVID-19 is inevitable here, but that disinvestment in infection monitoring services, dismantling of key infrastructure, and the state of the NHS means the country is losing ground. So that is based on the UK, but you know it's going to be worldwide. The warning comes as virologists told the Independent that the new COVID-19 variant, behind a surge of 10,000 new COVID cases a day in India, may turn more aggressive and could become the dominant strain in the UK. The variant first identified in January and known as Arcturus has been found in 22 countries, including the UK and the US, and has prompted India to resume its production of vaccines. So, ladies and gentlemen, so this is going to resume the production of vaccines. So this is a way of making more vaccines and giving people more injections. Oops, I thought we were done. I thought, oh God, that means, wow. So that means they're going to start producing more vaccines and more Indians are coming to the UK. That means they're going to bring more vaccines to the UK. So I'm going to post this link in the description for those who would like to view it. Yeah, so there you go. That is news for you. So there's a new vaccine called a new variant called Acturus. Arcturus. So what is Arcturus? No, everyone has a name, but what does a name mean? So let's Google Arcturus, shall we? And see what Arcturus means. So according to Google, Arcturus is the brightest star in the northern constellation of Boötes with an apparent visual magnitude of -0.75. It is the fourth brightest of the individual stars in the night sky and the brightest in the northern celestial hemisphere. So we're naming this variant after Arcturus, a star. So all these are being named after stars, and it's the fourth brightest star. Okay, so it is the brightest star in the northern constellation, but it is the fourth brightest of the individual stars in the night sky. That means if it's the fourth brightest star in night sky, that means we've got 3 more to go, haven't we? In my opinion, that means we've got 3 more to go. So this new COVID variant is named after Arcturus. So the Arcturus variant has a higher transmissibility rate than the previous strains, but what stands out is that it brings with it an all-new COVID-19 symptom, conjunctivitis. Yeah, conjunctivitis, also known as pink eye, which is often combined with itchiness. Oh, so no comment. So why is COVID called Arcturus? So there we are. Why is it called Acturus? So Acturus is the brightest star in the northern sky. Acturus is Greek, meaning guardian or keeper of the bear. The Greeks saw this star as the guardian of Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, which are both nearby. So COVID officials say that Arcturus variant could be linked to conjunctivitis, and California reports say variant XBB is contagious, but etc. So yeah, the brightest star has been given a name to the variant of. Read through, let me know. So there you have it. So we are having a new variant of COVID, and it's called Acturus, which is named after the brightest star in the northern hemisphere and the fourth brightest star in the night sky. If this variant is the highest in the northern hemisphere, that's showing it's going to be the top, is outperformed the other variants. That means it's going to be deadly. So it's time to be alert. If this is named after Acturus, which is the highest, it's the brightest star in the northern hemisphere, and it's the guardian of Ursa Major and Ursa Minor, that means there's something big coming. If it's a guardian and it's the highest, that means it's bringing something which is higher than it. If you look at mythology and the Greeks and what it means is that this is named after the brightest star in the northern hemisphere, and it's a variant of COVID, which is going to say it's going to be it's worse than the COVID-19 we had before, and Omicron which we had. There were always the names, nicknames, but the names have meanings. So if it's the brightest star in the northern hemisphere, what does that tell you about how the magnitude of its effect? What's going to happen? It's going to be a large scale, because if done before was, not scale. This is the largest in the brightest, and it's the fourth brightest at night. So there are three more which are greater than this. If it's going to be now pandemic, it's going to go to another 3, and then 2, and then 1. Isn't it? So if the youth allow it to happen, or if we allow it to happen, the modern youth, the modern young people in the modern society, no one's going to stop it, as they say. But yeah, for those who are listening, so get prepared. And they say this new target is going to target the children, because target the children, there'll be no adults during the next 10 years, isn't it? So the kids are gotten away with. Who's going to grow up? No one's going to grow up to take over. So this is very sinister, or is very clever, one of the two. But if the kids are targeted, then we have no future. That's it. Because the kids are the ones taking over after us, so we must protect them and nurture them at all costs, so that they're not affected. So they can carry on our legacy. They can carry on, with our businesses, with our life, with our wealth, with the earth. Take over from us. But if this pandemic is targeting children, and it's the bright red giant star, yes, it's a red giant star in the northern hemisphere of Earth's sky, and the brightest star in the constellation Boötes. It's in brackets the herdsman. So if it's the herdsman, and what is the herdsman herding? And if it's the gateway, in Greek was a gateway to guarding the Ursa Minor and Major. So what are we guarding? So what is coming? So what is preparing us for? Something bigger than this, isn't it? So you look at it in terms of mythology and that. So Acturus is the latest of the variants. They say they found in India, but I don't know. But so it looks like they're going to start producing vaccines again, and bring out mandatory laws again, and travel bans, and you can get a job because of A, B, C, D. You can't go there if you're not vaccinated, as it was before. But my worry is the children. Let us protect our children. Those who haven't got children, but those who have children, let us protect them, and let us be aware of what is happening. If you want your kids to survive this pandemic, let us be aware and protect them at all costs. Because this is going to be, it's a bright red giant star. And red sometimes means death, or can mean war sometimes. And if red is the color of the new variant, and it's a bright, and it's the biggest, oh, so it's going to trump all the other variants, isn't it? It's a northern sky. Northern means up, and northern means the top. And it's bright. If it's blue, it's more of healing and calm. But red means here come danger, war, death, in some cases. But it will be because many people died before, and this color is red. So if it is red, and it is a variant, and people die and people get sick, so the red in this time will symbolize a negative connotation, isn't it? Not a positive one. So negative will be death, war. So in terms of if it's a variant, that means it's not going to be a positive one, is it? So the negative red is the death, the war, illness, sickness. So that is what red would mean in this situation, because it's a red giant star. It's bright red. Yeah. So yeah, that is. Let us get prepared for those who are prepared. Let us warn the others first of all. Warn others, but this is going to happen, and let us get prepared for it. So what are your thoughts? Let me know what are your thoughts on that. There's a lot of articles. I didn't know. First time hearing about it. I only heard about it this morning from Redacted. Thank you to Redacted. Then I said, I look it up on Google, and here I get Arcturus. And I look for Arcturus. It is the brightest star in the northern constellation. So it's gonna mean it's gonna be bigger than before. In that sense, they're selling it's gonna be worse. It's gonna be, as the other guy was saying, it's gonna be bigger and worse than before. So let us get ourselves prepared for I don't know which share might come out. So it says we are sitting ducks. The next pandemic could be even more devastating than the last. We must be in a constant state of readiness for the next big health crisis. So we must be ready for the next health crisis here. The next pandemic could be even more devastating than the last. We must be in a constant state of readiness for the next big health crisis. If we do not act now, we will not be forgiven. If we do not act now, we would not be forgiven. That's a good way to end it. If we do not act now, we shall not be forgiven. That is independent.co.uk. I think it's time to us to act right now. Let us act right now. So if you've got kids, nephews, nieces, what to do. For those who want to avoid it. For those who do, I'm sure they'll be more than grateful. But for those who want to protect the children, it is time, you know what to do. Find a way of protecting your kids. Group up, leave some places, find a heaven where you can. I say go to the jungle. It's safe in the jungle now. So the kids survived the jungle for 4 days, for 2 weeks, and the kids. I think it's time to move from some of the cities or some of the places where there's a lot of happening. Because if it starts to martial law into martial law, then everything will be cut down, and those living in the cities will find it hard to survive because everything is rationed and they have no ability to travel or to move, and you need permission to do everything. But if in the jungle, it's free. So sometimes, I guess the move is alright. Sometimes it's time to go back to the jungle or to move out to some places. I know some cities have already begun, like Oxford already began. It's called 15-minute cities, neighborhoods, where you can drive up to 15 minutes, and that's it. You can go anywhere from there. I'm like, what? So if you watch the movies, they do show you about it's like the Hunger Games, where you cannot move from your zone. You have to fight to leave your zone. So it's coming to fruition. It's manifesting. If you watch the Hunger Games in Oxford, in the UK, yeah, the city is now called 15-minute zone, or is it 15-minute? So you can't drive up to 15 minutes from your house. That's it. You can't go anywhere else from there. Why? I don't know. So that is what is happening, and that's going to be, if it works well, it might be implemented in other cities across the UK or in other parts of the world. So we must, as he was saying, if we don't act now, we won't be forgiven. So if we are smart and intelligent, we should act now. Don't wait for it to begin. Let's just do it now. I'm talking to myself here. So definitely start now. Don't make any excuse. Now we know. We can't say it. We won't. Sometimes we say things. We say, people are like, Josh, these things happen. Yes, it's like Bitcoin. People are talking, I miss Bitcoin because, I thought it was a scam and all that. Oh, people are lying. It came to pass and I missed out on investing. Why? Because I thought people say it's a scam. So there's some will tell you don't do it, some will tell you do it. But at the end of the day, if it happens and you were told, but you cannot, those who want you won't be there to support you. That's one thing you should know. Someone tells you don't do it, it's a scam, it's a lie. Fine, it might be true, but figure it out yourself. And if it's not, just prepare yourself just in case it is true. I mean, how many times are you going to miss out on something because you weren't prepared or you thought it's a scam? I'm using Bitcoin because when Bitcoin came out, I was like, and it was cheap. You get like a P or 10p per coin. I could pay £100 in there, leave it in there. Nothing to lose because money we spend, we go buy cars, we buy foods, we don't buy clothes. Even say it's expensive, we could put it even £100. So if I haven't got money, but kind of rent they pay. But I've done that, but because I thought, I didn't say the point. I didn't think it's gonna make. Some say it's a scam, so I said, Bitcoin, no. So I left it. Now here I am regretting, why? And I had the money. Money was there. Money wasn't the issue because invest. Some opportunities come, but because we don't think it's gonna work, or we don't see the point. And I feel like we don't have the money, we're not ready. They don't care this thing. They don't say, oh, ready to wait for you. No, life comes, life goes. So if we are intelligent, let the forerunners start. They're saying if we do not act now, we are not going to be forgiven. And this is Arcturus. It's the brightest star, red giant star in the northern hemisphere. That is what they're naming the next variant of the pandemic to be, the biggest one. And it's red. If it was white, blue, orange, yes, but I can understand. Those colors don't signify war, but when red comes and it's named after a variant, a pandemic is not something positive. So prepared for war, for death. Red is the bloodshed at a higher scale. Well, this is a warning to you. Don't say, sit down, if you sit down and say, oh, I don't care, oh, well, it's just him talking. At least you've been warned. I'm warning myself now. I'm going to take action right now. Definitely. Just in case, but I'm pretty sure it's going to happen because that one finished and things did not go as planned, so there must be another one to cover it up. But the experts are warning you. All of what people are telling you, be careful, there's something coming up. We might experience another one in our lifetime. We might. I'm not saying it is, but saying we might. And if it is, just prepare yourself and act now. So he's saying if you wait for the next epidemic, which I think is where the government may be now, if you wait until the next vaccine is developed, for whatever disease that is, it will take months and months for that vaccine to arrive. We cannot rely on that. We will have many, many cases. It will get really out of hand again, and then we'll have hospitals completely overwhelmed by an outbreak of this kind. No, human nature is to forget. People forget that before in the pandemic, the hospitals were overwhelmed. Now it's gone. People forget. Now they're playing, it's fine. People have forgotten what happened, but history tends to repeat itself, and those who are ready are the ones who will escape or find a solution. But when the pandemic was here, people were panicking, buying tissue, buying food, because now they're doing things last minute because they were playing about saying, until the government said blocked, right? No food. Now even the living cost is high in the UK. So if you're not ready, prepare yourself. So don't wait for the time to come. Don't wait for the last minute and say, oh no, I'll do it now. I'm busy. I'm a bit busy now. I'm okay. I've got money now. Nothing's gonna happen. Prepare. So before that happens, you're able to escape, or to get your passport sorted out, or to get a night house, or to move away somewhere where you don't have to be in the firing line of laws and restrictions which are coming, because this is the red giant. A red giant is death. If it's a positive event, it's probably blue or yellow, but it's a red giant and it's a pandemic. Hint, hint, red giant star, which is a pandemic. Pandemic is not in a positive light. It's people dying, illness, death as before, and it's a higher scale than before. So warn your friends, tell your friends and family about it. Let them decide. You decide, as long as you have the right freedom of choice to decide. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord, isn't it? We will be like, no way, let's plan ahead. Our plan is one, get healthy, find a source of income where we can move out of the populated areas. Other solutions you can do to avoid this is change your lifestyle, get healthy. Stop those habits which diminish your body power, your mind power. Start exercising more, eating healthy, drinking more plenty. If it's water or it's fruit juice, whatever it is, you gotta have, everybody's body is different, but a few habits. Get a thing of positive, go meditation, work out a bit more, find an alternative source of income which you can rely on the job, because sometimes if you have a job, they might have to give you more restrictions. If you can, if you're gonna move, if you're gonna sell your houses, if you're gonna do something, find out what you need to do in order to avoid this, getting caught up in this. Everybody's different. It could be selling a house, it could be moving to a place, it could be getting married or living with a partner, or it could be something like let go of somebody to run away. And it could be getting married, get a new partner, maybe getting a better job, moving to another country, so you can move into a jungle. It's always an option. So figure out what you need to do to prepare for this pandemic. And they're saying the kids are ones being targeted. If you've got kids, let me know, guys. It's gonna be double. It's gonna be a lot more. I haven't got kids, but I'll definitely help out with those kids who I can help. Definitely. So this is going to be big. It's a red giant red pandemic. Giant war, death pandemic. World of Mars. In terms of Mars, war and death is coming. And we must be prepared for those who are ready. So that is the latest news which is happening around the globe. So I would say let us get prepared for the next pandemic. Don't know when it's going to happen. I'll keep you posted. I'll look for more links and have a rough idea when they're planning to happen, or when it's going to take place. Then yeah, so definitely on my behalf, I need to put some plans in place now. I need to accelerate, put in a gear 5, forget gear 4. If I put in gear 6 now as well, I'm gonna go a bit faster now. This should wake me up as well and say, you know, guys, wake up, time to move, get out of here, come out of there. War is coming, pandemic is coming. If you're here, run. If you're there, move. If you're there, leave these jobs, find these alternative jobs. Sell the house or buy the house, move to this town, move out of this town, move out of this place. Go here, come here. Stop these bad habits. Start eating this kind of foods. Go into herbs. Avoid the processed foods and foul air which pollute your lungs. You know, so certain things we need to stop, avoid them, or just stop them all at once. So we want to keep your body in a healthy state, so when the pandemic comes, it doesn't affect you. Those who must get affected by sickness, the ones who have a body is not too strong sometimes. So if you have a great immunity, then it should help. It did help me. It does help me. So keep fit, keep healthy. So when acts like an umbrella. So when it rains, when sickness rains, your immunity covers you. Otherwise, you'll be hit down quick. You hit down with a cold. It's cold. Your body goes. If it's hot, your temperature goes up. So this is what I'm saying. So always be prepared. Don't wait for the last minute to get sick. Keep doing health. Keep exercising. Don't wait for one day. You sleep, you wake up. Exercise. Eat healthy. Meditate. You know, think positive thoughts. That does help as well. You know, get a great job. Get good company. Start looking into herbs, your own garden. Fresh herbs from your own garden. Avoid most processed foods. I know people say it a lot. Avoid some of the foods which look at the body composition, what affects you if you can, and see what you need to do. So if your body have an assessment, what you need to kind of foods you want to eat, what ways you need. If you're overweight, if you're underweight, see what you need to improve. Everyone's different, so not one remedy fits all. So I'll say go find someone who can assess your body. Don't wait. Just pay the price. Pay the price. It's better to pay the price and sort it out and pay the price when you're sick. You're gonna pay the price, double the price. You're gonna pay for consultation and plus the medication and plus the treatment. If you pay only for the treatment, you avoid paying for the medication plus the consultation. So the price you gotta pay, but choose which price you're gonna pay. Because when you're sick, it's worse. You might not go to work, you might be sick, plus the bills to pay. It's better you pay the price to get healthy now, but you have your job, you got your health, and that you're living a good life and can able to help others. Because if you're sick or not well, you might not be able to help your children or your partner or your house, or you might even lose your job. So this is a lesson to learn, because people lost their jobs in the first pandemic. Now it's coming again. So if those who are aware, don't say now, oh, you didn't know, because it happened and it's only 2 years ago. Many died, many lost their livelihoods, many lost their jobs. Why? You were sick, able to work because some were sick. Some not prepared for it. Now we're being warned by the websites and people that we are expecting now a pandemic. If you're not prepared, we will not be forgiven. How long can you tell people to prepare? Is that how much you can tell people do this? But again, it's the edge. You can't. It's people's choices what they choose to do. Sometimes it might affect you because it's your family or someone who is close to you. It happens to others who not have an emotional bond with. You don't really feel bad in some cases because you don't have no bond with them. But when it's your friend or your family or your loved one, the one who you have a bond with, it hurts. So warn them. They might not like you. They might not tell you, but warn them. So it might plant a seed in them. Some might change. Some might see the light and say, you know what, you're right. Some might take you for it. Choice is yours, but if you can do it, if you cannot, do it. Because if it's coming, it's coming. It's going to wipe. It's going to come. You won't care which color you are, where you are. If it's going to come, it's going to come and take you all aside. Nature doesn't have no color line. We have it. So that is it in a nutshell. So be prepared. That is the major news I want to talk about. The next pandemic has been announced. So it's good for us who are the foreigners. We warn you before it happens. So you make adjustments now. Don't wait for the last minute to catch a train, to buy a ticket for a train. Buy it before, get a discount, move away quickly, avoid the crowds, avoid the masses when people start buying in plenty and rushing. Remember first time tissue was gone, foods were gone because people bought it last minute. Buy now, if you want to buy and hold, wait. When people start buying, panicking, that's when you can make money. And sometimes people, they say in the problems with the solution. You can look and help others too, and also you can help money for profit. You can help people. Don't need sickness, you can buy the food and sell to them. You can do that as well. So in the problem, sometimes lies the solution and also an opportunity. So you can buy ahead and hold, and then you can sell it when people are buying and make money as well. So think about it that way as well, but definitely think about this in a serious tone. Remember, the kids are being targeted, and they say it's going to be worse. It's a giant red star in summary. Giant red star, Arcturus, the brightest star in the northern hemisphere. It's a next pandemic. It's worse than the one before. And if you're not prepared, that's it. Now it's going to wipe out the ones who would not survive. Those who survived the other one are frail. This time it will wipe them out clean. Those who survived and are still frail are able to survive, and you hit them and they shook and they're able to escape. Now it hits them this time, that's it, end of story. So warn your loved ones, warn your friends, you warn the whole world. If you can't warn the whole world, warn your loved ones. Those who you're close to you, let them know that it's time to get ready. Have a great day wherever you are. Besides me, Joshua from Advancing Mindsets. We are advancing forward, the mindset of keeping on moving forward when faced with challenges like pandemics and rejection and death. We focus on the advancing mindset, the mindset of persistence, excellence, keeping moving forward when things are going bad. Advancing, we keep on advancing. The laws come, we advance. Poverty comes, we advance. Pandemic comes, we still advance. We say, you know what, this is happening, but we're going to move forward no matter what. Because life is about moving forward and still keeping it positive, making actions, taking positive actions to move ahead. So have a great, lovely day wherever you are. This is me signing out. We shall see you another time. Take care and goodbye. See you later.